All right, so it's 2015, and it's payback time. Or at least it was payback time on Sunday. But now it's time to talk about payback. 2015. So let's get into it. Let's jump right into the pre-show portion. So first we have R-Truth versus Stardust, a bonus match, and I was like, ooh, I like this. I like the bonus matches that they flip sometimes, like R-Truth and Stardust. R-Trizzle, my boy, should be Intercontinental Champion. Just saying. But I like Stardust. Basically starts with a shoving and slapping war between the two. Stardust wants him to kind of cross the line at this point. But, R-Truth dances a little bit and then takes down Stardust. Stardust takes control from outside. Truth flips in into a pin, but Stardust is not having that. Truth reverses the suplex and hits a nice face buster. I like his little suplex grip face buster that he does. It's a nice springboard disaster kick by Stardust. I'm glad he's still using submission on R. Then he hits a submission on R-Truth. Truth comes back, but then we get the side effect by Stardust for a long two. Stardust slaps R-Truth with the glove, just takes it off, just playing mind games with the man. But he gets caught with a back kick, a jumping face buster by R-Truth for the win. So R-Truth is victorious over Stardust. I don't have any idea what they're doing with Stardust right now because kind of weird. Like Stardust was like in the forefront a little bit. It was like the whole like Stardust Cody type of a thing, and now they just don't even really. It's not even really a thing right now. He's just kind of there. Any thoughts on R-Truth versus Stardust?
I missed this match, so no.
All right. So next we got the match that I watch later on and never got to watch. The Ascension versus the Mega Powers. A match that I am going to go watch, though, because I was excited about watching it. Macho Man now. Anyway, Casey, can you give us an inside scoop, like ice cream, on this match?
If we're talking about ice cream, this match was kind of like pistachio. It sounds interesting, but nobody really likes it. No, I'm kidding. First, I thought, what the hell is the point of this match? I was happy that it was on the pre-show because I feel like matches like this should be on the pre-show where there's no really real point to it. It's just a match that they throw together on Raw or SmackDown, which is basically what they did. It was, and like I said, it was okay for a kind of a pointless pre-show match, but I just don't get what the point of the new Mega Powers has to do with anything. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why they would put these two together and have them form the new Mega Powers just to be destroyed by the Ascension. It didn't seem like there was any point coming out of it. Like, it didn't, I don't know, unless they're, building a feud between, Sandow and Axelmania versus the Ascension, because it felt like they were pushing Sandow a little bit there. And they're really not doing anything with the Ascension. So maybe they are going to, keep them together as a tag team and, have a feud, which would be cool. I don't know if I would want them to keep the Macho Mandow and Axelmania gimmick going on, because I feel like it's entertaining and it's funny, but I feel like it's also a little bit disrespectful in a way to, Macho Man, and in a sense to Hulk Hogan too. I feel like WWE does that a lot, though. They'll take things and kind of disrespect people a little bit, but it's for entertainment, so it's okay. But I just don't know, because as we know, WWE, will give you a push and then change something completely, which is what they were doing with Sandow. They were giving him a push, and then it felt like this match felt like, he was going, one step forward and then two steps back for another gimmick. I just don't know. It wasn't a bad match. It was fun to watch, but I just didn't like the whole idea behind it, especially because I wanted to see Sandow get a push. I was liking what he was doing when he was kind of admitting that things that he did were wrong. He didn't like the guy he had become. And then for this, it didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, this kind of tells you exactly the fact. It like reiterates that WWE has no idea what they want to do with Damian Sandow or Curtis Axel for that matter. Because if you're gonna basically he bashed everything he's done during that promo on Raw a couple weeks ago. He bashed everything he's done with the changing of personalities and the changing of gimmicks and stuff like that. And then they go back right to it again. I don't. That was like a little discontinuity I had with this. It was funny and all, but if you're gonna have him kind of bash what he had become as a gimmick changer or whatever, then why go back to it? But I don't know. I think they could make an interesting tag team, but I feel like they couldn't. They wouldn't really make an interesting tag team separately, as themselves per se. I don't see them as an actual tag team in that regard. But next we get a video package. This is as we're going into Payback. On Payback, the big focus was kind of on the Fatal 4-Way for the title, for the world title coming up, with kind of the U.S. title sprinkled in there a bit. Any thoughts on the video package?
No, not really. Like you said, it was just kind of hyping up the Fatal 4-Way and then a little bit of the U.S. title match, which unfortunately were the only titles, really. I think the tag titles were on this, but yeah, they were. But they were, and the World Heavyweight title were really the only substantial kind of titles on this show that we really care about. Unfortunately, I don't know why they didn't do. I know it was kind of short notice a little bit. We just found out recently that Daniel Bryan had to relinquish the Intercontinental title, but I felt like they could have put the Intercontinental a tournament on Payback, just to give us another title match. It was just weird not having the Intercontinental title on a pay-per-view, which we've had pay-per-views without the Intercontinental title before, but it was just kind of, why not, since he relinquished it, why are we waiting for another pay-per-view?
All right, so next we get Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler. Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler. And basically, Sheamus is disrespecting Ziggler at this point. He pushes the face of Ziggler, not having it. Ziggler is, using anger to kind of get himself going, the anger from that disrespect. Sheamus breaks out of the pin, basically take advantage of Ziggler at this point. He uses his elbow to kind of work the knee a little bit. Sheamus starts to ground Ziggler a bit. Ziggler can't really do anything at this point with the bad knee. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Sheamus for 2. Ziggler hits a nice jawbreaker. Then he hits his signature DDT for 2. And that move, I don't know, for some reason when Sheamus sells it, it doesn't look as good. And maybe it's because he doesn't flip over or whatever. But that move is all in the sell. I feel like how it hits the opponent and how they sell it afterwards. And for some reason Sheamus just doesn't take it well for me. We kind of get the side spin face shot to Rikishi by Ziggler here in this match, getting back at Sheamus. Sheamus goes for the bro kick though, but it's reversed into the Famouser for 2. We get the punches reversed into a sit-down powerbomb by Sheamus for a near fall. We get the running power slam on Ziggler for a near fall. White noise and the clover leaf on Ziggler. He obviously grabs the ropes. Then we get the headbutt and the super kick combo for 2. And then after that, we get the bro kick to a Ziggler who can't even make it to his feet. Also a bloody Ziggler for the win. So the way Ziggler was kind of bandaging his head after the match made me feel like the blood wasn't really intended for this match. I know even my brother texted me today, and he was like, "I just started watching Payback, and there's blood in the first match." I was like, "I don't think it was on purpose," but yeah. So I think he maybe, caught one of those little spikes or something on Sheamus's goatee or whatever. I'm not sure what it means. But he was definitely bloody. But I kind of like this match. I think Ziggler always puts on a good match, and I feel like I'm getting more and more comfortable with the new Sheamus. And I think it's a good change from the old Sheamus that we were getting. So Sheamus does win this match, but I don't think this feud is over. Any thoughts on Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler?
It's always a good match with Ziggler, no matter what, I feel like. But I just didn't like this match in general. And I don't think it was the match in general. I just think I don't really like this feud. I don't like how this feud was set up. I feel it's just it's all based around the Kiss Me Arse match, which was stupid in itself. And I think this match was just set up so that, Ziggler, so Sheamus gets Ziggler to kiss his ass, that payback spot kind of a thing. So Ziggler can get payback and just have that spot. I don't know really what else they would do with this feud. I do like the new Sheamus though. I'm really excited about the new Sheamus. I feel like he was one of the guys who needed an update. Needed to be revamped a little bit. He was kind of getting stale. There was a couple times where he got injured and he would come back and very shortly after kind of get stale again. So he kind of needed a big kind of change, and hopefully this works for him.
Definitely. So next we go backstage because we're on Raw, obviously at this point, right? No, we go backstage with Kane and Seth Rollins because we need a backstage segment, or it's like it's not a WWE show. So we go backstage, Kane and Seth Rollins, and basically they're going back and forth here. They say, we all know it's a huge night for you and me. Let's put the animosity between us to rest. Kane says, I love this job, but I don't need this job. Seth Rollins comes back and he says, losing your job will be the least of your concerns. And J&J Security, square up to Kane at this point, looking up. It was so funny. I was like, yes. Because, J&J are obviously really short compared to Kane being extremely tall, and they're, looking up at him, but, the toughest look they could probably muster at that point. Any thoughts on this backstage segment?
Just, until J&J Security was formed, I never really noticed how short Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury really are, which is crazy because they are so short. Even compared to Seth Rollins, who isn't really the tallest guy in the world, he's average for a WWE superstar, which is tall, I guess. But it was just funny seeing them kind of defending him against Kane, which was just ridiculous.
Yeah, this also set up that kind of element of surprise of Kane because he didn't, he doesn't really care about losing his job, so kind of set that up a little bit. Next we got the New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks? No? Anyone? But anyway, we got the New Day versus Kid and Cesaro in a 2-out-of-3 Falls tag team match for the tag team championships. But I don't know. For some reason, I really like the New Day, especially in this heel role. I don't know if you agree with me, You probably don't really like him. You probably like slightly, like maybe. Not Big E, obviously. It's Casey. But I really like the New Day for some reason. I want to see more Xavier Woods though, but we got to see a little bit of him in this match. So, Kid basically going for the roll up, but it's not happening. Cesaro with the deadlift suplex to Big E. Big E kind of showing off his strength as well though. Xavier obviously he's got to get his shots in. We get the helpful suplex for 2 by Kid and Cesaro. Kid and Cesaro kind of showing that good tag team work. And we also get the sudden stop by Kid and Cesaro for the first fall. So K and C, as I like to call them, take the first fall. Tyson turns the speed on after this, though. He goes for the suicide dive, but caught by Big E with the belly-to-belly. I like this because you don't really see guys get caught from the belly-to-belly. I mean, not caught from the suicide dive as much anymore. So I like that Big E caught him and then threw him with the belly-to-belly. Tyson took the belly-to-belly. New Day corners Kid with the quick tags and stomps. Also like this as well because you don't really see that kind of I think this is kind of an older thing. I don't know if it's like 80s, 90s older, but maybe like early 2000s with tag teams where like you do the quick tag and you stomp on them a little bit, quick tag and like circle around. I kind of like this for some reason. But we get the big splash by Big E for 2. Big E spears Cesaro through the ropes. This takes Cesaro out until the end of the fall, basically. We get the catching drop kick on Kofi by Tyson Kidd. Kid tries to get the roll up for the second fall, but it's not happening. Kid fighting off all comers, but he gets caught with the helpful big ending for the second fall. Didn't really look as good as usual. This where Kofi I think Big E kind of fell a little bit faster than Kofi could fall. So after that, it's tied 1-1. The New Day takes the fight right to Tyson. No stopping at all. Cesaro is back in. He takes out everyone. Uppercut parade, as Michael Cole called it, on Kofi. He takes out Big E with Kofi. He tries to go for a Tiger Bomb, but he can't get Big E up. The fans were really vocal in this match, I feel like, when or just throughout the night, where like if there was some kind of botched thing or some kind of thing that was weird that wasn't really supposed to happen, I feel like the fans really got on him about it. Like not Tyson Kidd, but they would be booing me right now. The Tiger Bomb by Cesaro attempted there didn't really get him up. Not that he can't get him up. I think he just like kind of slipped a little bit or something. And like they weren't having that. They were not upset. I mean, they were upset. The backbreaker springboard elbow combo for 2. Get the sharpshooter on Kofi. Kid uses Cesaro to keep from going out of the ring. I thought that was pretty innovative. European uppercut for the near fall. Xavier Woods kind of slips in and gets the inside cradle for the win. I like that because it adds to that heel persona that New Day has, where they kind of win by any means necessary, and literally by any means necessary, with bringing in Xavier in there as well. I definitely like the New Day. I liked them when they first showed up because I was like, this is a good chance for these 3 guys to kind of actually do something. But I want to see more of Xavier, definitely. I hope he gets in the Elimination Chamber that's coming up soon. Any thoughts on that match? The tag team title match?
I like that it was 2 out of 3 falls. We don't really see that much in general anymore, and especially not tag team, wise. I like, how the New Day are kind of developing their heel persona. The happy-go-lucky good guys wasn't working, so they kind of adjusted it, and it's working really well. I feel like it's kind of weird though, because it's like it's weird seeing Kofi as a heel. I'm like, no, like Kofi's the happy guy. Why? I'm still processing it, I guess. I still don't like Kofi tagging with Big E. I'd rather see Kofi and Woods. I just feel like they would be a really exciting team together. Not that Big E isn't good in the ring and hasn't gotten better. but I just want to see Kofi and Xavier Woods in there. I I I had mixed feelings about the ending because it was cool, to see them kind of use their heel persona to kind of steal a win there. But it reminded me too much of Twin Magic. It was just like, no, they did a Bella's move. Why? Why would you do a Bella move?
Come on, the Basham brothers did it too. The Basham brothers like introduced it though.
Yeah, but come on now. Most fans these days don't even remember the Basham brothers. Okay, we're talking.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
This is the John Cena era. Okay, nobody remembers the Bashams.
Do you have any final thoughts on that match? Anything else?
No.
All right. Next, we got an interview with Ryback. He says, I don't know what to expect tonight. He's a master manipulator, obviously talking about Bray Wyatt. He says, he wants me to believe that everything that I've done has all been for nothing. If I'm his little lab rat in his maze, then he's sadly mistaken. Tonight, the eater of worlds gets eaten. So any thoughts on the interview with Ryback?
Ryback just doesn't need to talk. It's weird. He's good on the mic, I feel like, but it's still just kind of, I don't know. Something about it just like turns me off when I hear him talk. But I like that he's kind of, saying that the past couple weeks he's been saying, he does this for the fans, he does this for all the kids and whatever, because we haven't really seen that side of him before, that kind of fan friendly kind of, I'm doing it for the fans, I'm doing it for the kids, type of side to him, which is cool.
All right. So would you rather take your boy John Cena versus Rusev or Bray Wyatt versus Ryback? I want to give you at least a match.
Let me look. Let me see what I.
But before that, we had a video package on Ryback and Bray Wyatt because that was the next match, obviously. I did like this though. I felt like the video packages tonight were a little bit different. It kind of showed that, why Ryback is Ryback, and basically the development of both of these guys as who they are. I can't remember. Were these two both on the same season of NXT? Skip Sheffield and Husky Harris, am I wrong? Or was Husky Harris after Skip Sheffield? Because Husky Harris wasn't in Nexus, I don't think. So maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it was afterwards.
No, I think Husky Harris was in Nexus.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, maybe so. I think he might have been.
Yeah. I'll take the Ryback Bray Wyatt match. I guess.
All right.
Because screw John Cena. So we got Ryback versus Bray Wyatt, which was kind of weird because I don't think we've ever had Ryback versus Bray Wyatt before, which is weird that we haven't had this match. I don't remember them at least not having a big, match. They may have back when they were, Skip Sheffield and Husky Harris, but the only thing I didn't like about this is I still don't understand really this storyline other than WWE not having anything else for, Wyatt and Ryback to do. And I also was kind of on the fence with the match as to whether I'd like it or not. But it actually turned out to be a pretty good match. I would love to see them in a little bit more of a feud. But I want it to be explained a little bit more. You know, the cryptic kind of messages are cool to an extent, but when I don't understand the storyline to begin with at all, I lose interest with it. You know, and I'm still unsure with the, you know, I believe Bray Wyatt won. Is that, if I recall correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what this, you know, is going to mean for either of them. If they are going to continue this feud, if they're just kind of going to throw Bray Wyatt around to random people and, you know, be the, you know, the new face of fear, even though he lost to the Undertaker, so he's not technically the new face of fear. It just, I don't know. I was kind of on the fence with this match just because it felt like they just don't have anything else for these guys to do, and they needed to fill another spot in this show. But I would love to see them more because I felt like it was a really good match. I feel like if they have more matches, it could get a little bit better because it wasn't, you know, an amazing match. I didn't think it wasn't like a match that I was like, wow, I have to watch that again. But it was okay.
All right. I definitely, you know, I kind of like this match, but I really like love Bray Wyatt. Especially since he's been Bray Wyatt. I hated Husky Harris. It's funny because I think it was Skip Sheffield. I can't remember which one I hated most, but I think I hated them both, like Husky Harris and Skip Sheffield. But now, like in their new like characters, I like both of them. But well, not really new at this point, but like new at the time. Freaking Bray Wyatt has one of the greatest clotheslines I have ever seen in my life. That like turnaround clothesline that he does looks so good every time he does it, and I love it. I love how Bray Wyatt can just like pop up into the Sister Abigail. He doesn't always hit it when he pops up into it, but I do like that. It kind of adds more to his character too, where he, you know, kind of comes out of nowhere with it. You know, so I kind of like this match though. I want to see more from these two because I feel like these are two guys that they're like throwing around a little bit too. You know, Bray they've been throwing around for a while, but Ryback I don't even know why they don't know what to do with him. It seems like Vince would be already done giving him the title by now, right? Like he's like Vince's prototypical guy. And I feel like, you know, from what I heard, like Ryback's like really funny, but I feel like he can't really funny himself for his like sarcastic type of a guy with this like feed me more gimmick anyway. So I feel like I agree with you there with the talking thing. He probably shouldn't talk as much. Just say feed me more and let the crowd get into it and be done. But after that, we get a video package on Rusev and John Cena. And for the third pay-per-view in a row, I'm upset. Again, thanks a lot, WWE. We get Rusev versus John Cena in an I Quit match for the U.S. Championship. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but every time Cena comes out, I know he has the open challenge every Raw and everything, but every time Cena comes out, Eden announces him as the new U.S. champion. And I'm like, wait, he won that a while back now. How long? I mean, like, how long do you think John Cena is going to be the new U.S. champ? Because I don't understand. He won it a while back now.
I don't think she understands the definition of the word new.
I was like, wow. But anyway, Rusev says, John Cena, half of these people already hate you. Just do them a favor, swallow your American pride, and say the words, I quit, and I will spare you the pain. I like that Rusev, you know, kind of talked before the match, kind of tried to intimidate Cena, although, you know, it's John Cena, it's not going to happen. But Cena basically says no with his fist. He gets caught with a kick to the gut. Rusev, you know, Lana is obviously Rusev's girl, or at least like his side chick or something, because like he can't keep his eyes off that girl. You know, which is obvious. You know, it makes sense. But Rusev basically goes outside of the ring and sits Lana down in a chair and says, "Don't you get up?" I was, you know, a little jealous here. Cena comes back with a suplex though after that distraction. Rusev then he comes back again with some aggression. He hits a pair of drop kicks. Seeing Rusev hit drop kicks was like, all right, Rusev, I see you. Cena buys some time with a clothesline though. We get the spinning heel kick from Cena. Rusev again kind of focuses on Lana. He gets her to grab the flag, kind of swings the flag. This basically gives Cena control. Off of every Lana distraction, he kind of got control. Cena hits basically his comeback moment. Cena gets caught in the fall-away slam that takes him outside the ring, but he still won't quit, obviously. Rusev sends Cena into the steps multiple times. Cena with a back body drop to kind of gain control again. We get the power slam onto the steps by Rusev. I like that power slam that he does. I don't know. It's not really a power slam, but I don't know what to call it, so that's what I call it. But then we get the AA onto the steel steps. Cena throws the steps at Rusev, does his typical step throw, but Rusev moves. We haven't seen it in a while, so I guess it was kind of fresh. Rusev, you know, does get thrown into the post, though. Cena runs Rusev into the wall, but he's still not quitting. He grabs the equipment case. He hits Rusev, but Rusev hits him with a super kick. The AA that Cena then attempts reversed into a weak spine buster. Come on, Rusev. As much as I love you, I'm gonna criticize you on that spine buster. It was awful. I think he tried to do it through the table or something like that, and like it just didn't work. And the crowd, you know, let him know. Cena uses TVs, computers, whatever he can find, but then he gets hit with an Alabama slam through the table. Rusev misses his kick again, and Rusev gets AA'd into the pyro, and it like explodes. And Cena's like, "Oh my God, I didn't mean to do that." You know, so Cena's concerned, I guess. Cena runs the guardrail into Rusev. The AA attempt onto the guardrail that's now propped propped to the ring at this point. Rusev hits a suplex through the guardrail, which I thought looked pretty nice. Then he hits the super kick to Cena. The accolade gets locked in. Cena tries to power out, but it starts to affect him again. I like this because it kind of gave us like a feeling that Cena would quit, even though we knew he wasn't gonna quit. But Rusev kind of thinks he won. He starts to, you know, celebrate a little bit. He's upset though that he didn't win. He go grab some water, pours it on Cena. He looks to hit him with the exposed turnbuckle, but the STF with the ring rope. Cena locks in the STF with the ring rope. Rusev is saying some things in languages that I don't speak or understand, so I don't know what he said. But Lana comes in after a little while. She says, "He quit." And I'm like, no, he didn't quit. He didn't say anything that I could understand or the referee could understand. Dang on it. I was not happy. Again, Cena wins. One thing, I don't understand the fact that I understand it, but like in previous years, it wouldn't be like this, I don't feel like. Did you always have to say "I quit" for the match to be over? Or like, could the submission actually count for, because basically the submission is saying "I quit." You don't necessarily always say it, but it's been like that, or am I just missing a piece of WWE history that I don't remember?
I feel like that was an unwritten rule that you know that could be because technically when you tap out or you kind of pass out to a
which he did. Rusev won. Sorry.
Yeah, it's he won. I hate how WWE will change rules for one match for John Cena.
I mean, Cena wins again, and my thing is like, I don't know what this does. I mean, it keeps Cena the champion, but what does this do for Rusev? I feel like the only point of this feud was for him to break up with Lana, basically. Which, you know, I got you, Lana. If you're feeling, you know, a little painful, you know, you're feeling the pain emotionally, you know, I got you. I got you. I will give you a baby hug, at least one, maybe two, probably three. Anyway, I definitely, I don't understand what this feud did for Rusev per se. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. What did it do for Rusev? Like, Cena is the champion, obviously, but what is it? Just the breakup thing or what? Like, I'm not happy. Do you have any thoughts on this match?
Oh, yay for the stereotypical John Cena match. It shouldn't even have been called an I Quit match. It should just have been the John Cena match. I kind of felt like I could call every single move and how this match exactly was going to go, because it was so predictable. I felt like the ref was kind of weird in this match because the ref would ask 3 times in a row, like, do you want to quit? Do you want to quit? Do you want to quit? And then you wouldn't hear him ask for like 5 minutes. And then he would ask again, do you want to quit? Do you want to quit? Do you want to quit? I was like, what? And then, oh my God, Cena through the stairs again. Like, didn't even come close. He just threw him just to throw him, just to look impressive. I did like that they did go out into the crowd, but it reminded me too much of the Last Man Standing match against Bray Wyatt, which is, the point where I was like, yep, he's gonna defy the odds somehow and force him to. The only other thing that I had an issue with is if they're gonna tease getting burned by the pyro, at least they should somehow, make some sort of mark on, Rusev's back, even if it's like, with a marker or something, to make it look like he maybe got burnt. You could tell he didn't even get touched by anything. It was, yeah, I don't know. But as we knew John Cena was going to win, I haven't watched Raw yet because I was afraid we were going to get another match. Because, why not?
Dude. I haven't even watched Raw yet, and I know I just happened to like catch Raw like out of the corner of my eye as I was going on last night. And dude, John Cena Open Challenge. That's all I got. That's all. I don't want to like ruin it for you at all.
Is it another NXT guy? Because I feel like it's another NXT guy. They've been just throwing NXT guys out.
Yeah, they're trying to impress you, obviously.
They're trying to get me to watch John Cena matches.
I shall say no more. But next we got the New Day backstage, and they're toasting to the power, or as Biggie would say, the power of positivity. They say we are role models in and out of the ring. We don't spit, we don't curse, we don't complain, we don't care who we face next. And Byron Saxton comes up, well, I was just trying to tell you guys that there's going to be a tag team elimination chamber for the tag team championships. And obviously they start complaining and everything, and they're not happy. And Xavier's like, how are we going to fit all 3 of us in one pod? Like, no, you can't do that. So I thought that was pretty funny and kind of cool. It's going to be cool to see the elimination chamber, not only back, but the tag team version of it. I thought that maybe the elimination chamber was too dangerous for the PG portion of WWE at this point, so maybe not. Eric Bischoff coming back, maybe. That's what it is. Eric Bischoff coming back. He's running WWE, so he brought back freaking elimination chamber. No, any thoughts on that?
I want to see, how that's going to work with the tag teams, because the pods are kind of small to begin with. So unless they make the pods bigger for the tag teams, or who else is going to be in the tag team title match at Elimination Chamber, hopefully it would be multiple teams, because I feel like just 2 teams in an Elimination Chamber match would kind of be boring. Like, there wouldn't be a point to it. But I'm actually excited for it. It's going to be something new, which we don't really get much from WWE. Is anything new. So I'm excited.
Yeah. The only thing I think is weird is how like 2 weeks from Sunday, there's gonna be from the Sunday that just passed. There's gonna be Elimination Chamber, and then 2 weeks after that, we're gonna get Money in the Bank. So it's like all like humped together, in like really close quarters, I guess you could say. Kind of like New Day is gonna be in the pod, you know.
Oh, I like it.
But next we got the Bellas versus Naomi and Tamina. Naomi has like, probably the most racist gimmick I've seen in a while. I don't even know why. Just weird. Like, it's like really, really black. It's like a really black gimmick. I don't even know why they did this to her. Why did they do this to her? It's just a big change. I like it. It's different. They should just call her Trinity now, by the way, too. Just drop the whole Funkadactyl thing completely. Where's Cameron? Anyway, we got the Bellas versus Naomi and Tamina. It's a technical lockup, but Naomi stomps on the foot, and she's, in the driver's seat here. We have the springboard round kick by Naomi. Nice. Tamina distracts Brie, then hits her with a super kick. Naomi dominates Brie, and then we get the isolation of Brie. Brie is just kind of the butt here at this point. Brie slips off of Naomi and gets Nikki in. We get the Alabama Slammer for 2 by Nikki. Super kick by Tamina is missed into the forearm, the patented, the vintage forearm by Nikki Bella. Naomi gets the roll up for 2. She hits the rear view, which I thought was actually the end of this match, for 2 here. We get the spine buster by Nikki for 2, pulling out her inner Triple H. Ooh. Nikki gets pulled off of the turnbuckle for the win. I kind of like teased myself when I on that just now. I feel like in this match there were a lot of like awkward falls and weird stuff going on. Like I just don't like the ending was weird too. Just pull her off that turnbuckle. That's it. It's over. It's over, guys. See you guys later. Here's your Divas match. We'll catch you guys at the next one. Stay tuned. like I don't know why they ended the match like that. They had that epic, which is not really my favorite move, but they had like the epic rear view. Probably should have won the match, and they ended like that. Really? So, any thoughts on the women's division in WWE at this point?
Well, we had the bathroom break match. I do like how this match was set up, and the storyline of Naomi kind of being sick of being looked over for the title. I just don't know how Tamina has anything to do with this. We never even knew that they were friends. It's just weird. Like a lot of it doesn't make sense, and it like you were mentioning how it's kind of a racist, gimmick that she has now, and we thought the New Day was going to be a racist gimmick, and it's just completely swapped. But I just, I'm still waiting for Brie to turn on Nikki because there's unfinished business there. I'm waiting for it. I'm just waiting.
All the stress from Daniel and all of that, it's gotta be weighing on her.
Yeah, and, Naomi got to get the title eventually. Come on now.
It's true. So next we go backstage with Lana and Rusev. Rusev is not happy. He says things in languages we can't understand. Subtitles, WWE. You got the man on the roster. Just give me some subtitles. But he says some things that we don't understand, and basically he says, "Get out, Lana." So basically he tells Lana to get out. So Lana, girl, I got you. If you need the hug, I got you. I know it's got to be painful. Probably still to this day on Tuesday. It's got to be still painful. I got you. But I think this is kind of the last straw for Rusev and Lana here. The straw that broke the camel's back or something like that. Any thoughts on Rusev and Lana?
I just I don't have a problem with them breaking Rusev and Lana up, other than I don't know what they're gonna do with Lana after this, unless they completely repackage her. But also, I don't know what they're gonna do with Rusev now. Like, they were giving him a push, and then they throw him to John Cena, and he gets destroyed. Why? What the hell is the point of this? I don't understand. I don't get it. Uh, this is why people, and I'll admit it's not necessarily John Cena's fault. He doesn't book the matches. He doesn't book the shows. But this is why people hate John Cena. This is why people are so sick of him, because WWE always does this to superstars that they're giving pushes to. They always put them in a match or a feud with Cena and they get buried. I wouldn't be surprised if he has to be, re-debuted again, like, Bray Wyatt had to. It's just, I don't know.
All right. So would you like to take the Neville versus King, not bad news, the King Barrett match?
Well, we had a King Barrett. Should not have been King, because Neville should have been King, but King Barrett nonetheless versus King Neville. I'm going to call him King Neville because I can. Now this match I loved. Even with the size difference, these two seem to just put on really good matches. And I don't know if they've ever really faced a lot in the Indies or in NXT. I don't even remember if they were in NXT at the same time. I don't know. I think Neville was still in the Indies back when Barrett was in NXT. But it just seems like they've worked together in the past. I didn't like the end of the match, but I like that it looks like they're kind of keeping this feud going. And it's really good. I haven't always been a big fan of Barrett, but putting him in a feud with Neville is, getting me more excited about him. I just like really good. This was kind of a good kind of refresher for the past few matches that weren't as good. It was kind of, and WWE does do that, pretty well on their pay-per-views. They'll put it like a refresher match in there to kind of, if the show isn't going so good, you kind of, there's always that one match that's gonna, turn it around a little bit. And I think that's what this one did. But it was a good match. It got me more excited for this feud. Hopefully they keep it going. Because I like these two together.
Yeah, they definitely do some good things in the ring together, especially like with Neville's flying ability and Barrett's like catching bullhammer ability. I definitely like it. These are really two guys that I really love. Like, they're on the list, obviously, of my boys. So I've always liked Neville, probably since I've seen him, and always liked Barrett since NXT, especially. I like Barrett, even though I like Daniel Bryan better than him at that point. But I like Barrett, and I like that they're doing something with him, kind of letting him show that he can put on good matches. Because I think you don't always feel like he can put on good matches, just depending on what they do with him. But I want to see more from this feud because I like it every time I see it in my face. But here we go. Next we got Rollins. He's walking to the ring, but he's approached by Kane, and Kane just says, "Good luck." A little subtle good luck there. Kane, good looking. Seth Rollins, the champ. I think that's it. I think that's it. Nope, doesn't care. All right.
Wait,
next.
What? I don't know you're talking to me. I was confused.
When Rollins, it was just when Rollins was walking to the ring and Kane kind of amping up the mysterious fashion of the match. Any thoughts on that at all?
I was hoping Kane did the right thing, and just destroyed Seth Rollins. Uh huh. I'm not even that I don't like Seth Rollins, because I love Seth Rollins. I'm sick of Kane in the Authority. He needs to either retire or be the Big Red Monster. Those are the two options I have for him. I can't stand him in the Authority anymore. So I was hoping, he would, get fired and, whatever. But let's just.
And also, and by destroyed, he meant eviscerated. That's the word, eviscerated. I don't know how many times they use that with Kane, just eviscerated. Thanks to WWE for building my vocabulary, though. I hadn't heard that word until they said it with him. But next we get the video package on the Fatal 4-Way thing. That shows to me. Any thoughts on this at all?
No, just kind of catching us up and getting us pumped for a good match. Yeah, I mean, it was a good match, but the ending just. But anyway, let's get into it.
All right, we got J&J Security. They basically pull out Roman Reigns and Ambrose. That leaves Rollins and Randy. Rollins attacks Randy from behind off of that distraction. Rollins can't suicide dive because of Randy, but Dean, he will. He'll get his suicide dive on. J&J attack Dean after that, but Reigns just takes everyone out because he's Roman freaking Reigns, man. They get the Tilt-A-Whirl slam for 2 by Roman Reigns. The diving elbow by Ambrose on Rollins. You get Rollins attacking Reigns from behind. Dean comes in and attacks Rollins when he least expects it. Dean and Roman kind of working together, which was really cool. It was kind of a nostalgia thing, even though it wasn't that long ago when they were together. Kane pulls Reigns out. Orton gets ganged up on as Rollins looks at a beaten Dean at this point. The drive, I don't know what I was saying there. Anyway, springboard knee to Dean by Rollins for 2. Buckle bomb, super kick combo for a near fall on Dean Ambrose. Goes for the buckle bomb one more time, but that leads to the pendulum lariat. I love WWE taking note of this. I said it a while back, where like with the pendulum lariat, he doesn't just like do the pendulum and you're standing there looking at him and take the hit. Like if you're looking at him, you reverse it, and I love that they continue to do that because like it makes no sense for me to watch you just clothesline me. But Kane stops the Dirty Deeds with a choke slam. Rollins pins for 2. Orton and Reigns take out Kane. Orton then takes out Reigns. We get the T-bone suplex. Shouting out to his inner Shelton Benjamin there for 2. We get the super fall. The Shield. Yes, I said the Shield. All attack Orton, so they kind of work together and attack him. And we get the triple power bomb through the announce table on Randy, which was like one of the coolest moments of the match, I feel like. Just for that kind of memory effect and all of that nostalgia, I guess you could say. I really like that. Rollins calling for the pound, that's what they used to do, It hasn't been that long, Rollins is like, come on, guys, the reunion. But Ambrose and Reigns, no. What are you thinking, bro? It's not happening. They are not having it. They try to beat down Rollins, but Kane gets involved again. Double powerbomb to Kane on Rollins as he's on the announce table twice to break the announce table because the announce table was really hard. Dean and Roman trading strikes. Dean gets the best of it. Reigns rolls him up. We get the sit-down lifting powerbomb by Reigns. Got to lock and load the Superman punch into a roll-up by Dean. That got reversed, obviously, because Dean is too quick. He knows what Reigns is going to do. Got reversed. But then we do get the Superman punch on Dean for 2. Ambrose kicks the spear attempt away. I like that reversal. Kind of a unique reversal there. Reigns hits the spear, but Rollins saves the day. We get the Superman punch on Rollins. You got to lock it up. You got to load it up every time, Then we get the clothesline on Reigns. Dirty Deeds, but Kane pulls Dean out as he's trying to pin. The choke slam to Reigns on the stairs. Randy kicks Kane away. Orton RKO's J&J Security. They probably have taken more RKO's than like anyone ever over the past little bit. He hits the DDT on Rollins, and this was like the right DDT of it, where like Rollins was like chilling outside of the ring and he pulled him back in. I agree with Casey on that that's when it should be used. RKO was reversed, but then he hits it on Kane, and then Rollins, he turns around to Rollins, and Rollins hits the pedigree on Randy Orton for the win. So Seth Rollins is still your champion. I don't know why he used the pedigree. I understand the authority type of a thing, but I don't really get it that much. I don't know why they banned the curb stomp. And from what I'm hearing, they didn't ban it for like life. They just banned it for like a limited time. And maybe I would be fine with them banning moves if they're going to expand movesets. You know, that's fine with me. If you're going to expand movesets, like, you know, bring in different moves to account for that move, then I will be fine with that. But I don't know. I hope they bring the curb stomp back, though, because I missed it. I like the curb stomp. It was an epic move. Any thoughts on the Fatal 4-Way main event that we had that was actually pretty good? I liked it.
I like this match. I loved seeing Reigns and Ambrose kind of double teaming Rollins there. I like that we got a lot of kind of the Shield, you know, without Randy Orton for a while there. You know, amazing triple power bomb from the Shield. What? That was like, what? It was so cool. But then, you know, we get the power bomb. We get them power bombing Kane through Rollins through the table. You know, not just through the table. You know, you got to go through Rollins too. But I knew when we only had Ambrose and Reigns in the ring that something was going to happen where Rollins was going to retain. It just, you know, you always feel, you know, you always know something's going to happen when it's just two guys in the ring, you know, especially with Rollins. He always seems to pull it out in the end. So that was kind of depressing, but it was a really good match. I wanted to see Ambrose somehow win because I feel like they're just kind of pushing him around places and, you know, giving him, you know, #1 contenderships or, you know, putting him in the title matches, and they're not giving him anything. It's like there's no reward, which sucks. But I'm just excited to see what they're going to do next. Hopefully they keep Ambrose and Reigns in the kind of the title picture. Randy Orton, they could either way. I feel like he's been champion enough that I don't, you know, he doesn't need to be in the title picture right now. But.
Yeah, I'm excited for Reigns and Ambrose to kind of be in the title picture too, though, because Reigns like continues to impress me the more I watch him. I've always liked Reigns a little bit more than the rest of us. Not necessarily just us. I mean, like the rest of everyone more so. Yeah, just us. But I've always liked Reigns personally. And obviously Ambrose is the man. So I want to see more from these guys. Maybe a triple threat between the Shield, because I think we've all been waiting to see that, and it just hasn't happened yet. That would be a cool thing for like WrestleMania, but I don't know if Rollins is going to hold the title that long. But that is it for Payback 2015. I thought it was a pretty good show. It had its duds in there, but what show doesn't, I guess? I liked it, though. If you got any comments or thoughts, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Talk to us on Twitter about it, whatever, however you want to do it. Casey, you got any last second, something? You got any thoughts? On Payback?
I can't take this pressure. I'm just excited for NXT coming up. Should be a really good show. I'm excited. It's coming up tomorrow.
Yeah. True. That's true. It's exciting. I'm excited too. So,
fact.
See you guys. See you guys later. NXT Takeover review is coming sooner than the last one was. So we will see you soon. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.